proper love was, I was 17, and I was at a party with my friend, and I saw this guy, and he was mad. He had a bright orange shirt on, and at the time I was quite shy and timid, but there's something about his extravagance that attracted me to him. So then I introduced myself, and we went out together for about 3 or 4 months. He was about 2 years older than me. He was going to university, and about 3 months later he broke my heart and broke up with me. He said that it wasn't working out, but I think I was just a bit too young for him. Never mind, he got in touch recently and said he was gutted, so. I met Andy coming on 6 years ago, and we met basically on a tour called the Smash Hits Tour. And he was in the band with his brothers called 3SL, and Liberty X had just started. In fact, we were called Liberty back then, it was that new. And neither of us had released any material. And we had to share a dressing room on the tour because we were new bands, and new bands didn't have their own dressing room. So they put us with them, and obviously I was delighted because they were all very good-looking boys. And I remember sitting there with Kelly from Liberty X, and I remember thinking, which one shall I have? Not like that, but which one shall I go for? Because they were gorgeous. And I remember thinking that Anthony was a little bit too young for me. Stephen was a little bit too muscly for me. I didn't like too many muscles. But Andy was absolutely perfect, hit the nail on the head, and then we started to date. There was something about Andy, because he was quite shy at the beginning. I thought, right, if I want to go and date with this guy, I've got to make the first move. So I flirted with him for the whole entire week, and he was flirting back, so I knew that he liked me. But neither of us had made the first move until, I think it was the last evening, and he took me to my room, and he kissed, well, I kissed him, excuse me. I kissed him in the lift, and then he kissed me back. And then that was it. Oh, me and Andy had been together for 3 years before he proposed to me. And every year on our anniversary of when we actually got together, I would say, are you going to make an honest woman of me or not? And he just wasn't interested. He really didn't want to get married. I think his parents had been through a divorce, and he just didn't want that to happen to him. And then, totally out of the blue, he proposed. Really wasn't expecting it at all. Me and Andy had always said that we wanted a cream wedding. We didn't want to wear white, but we wanted to wear like a cream and ivory. So I went to the wedding planner and told them that's the colours that we wanted to wear. So then they proposed ideas of what colours we could incorporate. At the beginning, we wanted to incorporate an orange type flower, like a coral colour, as well as cream. But then we decided to make it more classic and to go along the whole fairy tale thing, like fairy lights and cream candles, ivory. So everything was cream, white, ivory, with a touch of yellow in some of the flowers, and it was absolutely perfect. The actual wedding hall where we got married in was just like a winter wonderland. It was like a fairy tale. It was absolutely beautiful. And then the marquee was a bit retro. It had pink flowers and bright yellow flowers, and it was a white floor. It was fantastic. And then we'd move back into the place where we got married, where we would have the meal. And again, it looked like a big fairy tale. All of the linen was cream, and the candles were cream, and massive flowers. We spent a fortune on flowers, and everyone said after the day that if there was one thing they remember from the wedding, apart from the speeches, it would be the flowers. It was amazing. The best thing for a successful marriage is honesty. And I don't just mean like little white lies and stuff, because everyone has little white lies. I'm talking about if you're out in a club and a guy comes on to you, and your husband's in the toilet and your husband comes back, tell him a guy came on to you. You know, sometimes you need to kick them up the backside, and it's brilliant to do that. Andy does that to me. And also, if there's a cute guy in the room, say he's good looking if you think he's good looking. And you know, I see Andy looking at girls, and I say, oh, I saw you checking her out, and he goes, no, I didn't. I said, look, she was pretty. I don't mind you checking her out. Just don't do anything. And it's kind of nice, you know. I think if you go along life without anything like that in it, it just builds up and it explodes in the wrong way.